Testing, testing, one, two, one, two. Now can I get the encore? Do you want more? Cooking raw with the broken boys. Just kidding. Hello, what? You know what it is. This is D speaking. Today again we'll be reading from Arcane, chapter 3, Eve of War, part 2. Alright, bear with me. Somewhat of a long chapter. No, not really. Almost the same length as chapter 2. So, alright, let's get to it. Eve of War 2. Zaun. The camp barrels are sitting, waiting for powder, unaware that she is already in the room. She, with the fireflies, are hovering above them, waiting to strike. They are listening in on their conversations, on their conversation with tools from Echo's shop. They're listening exactly. With tools from Echo's shop. Is it true that Seiko is dead? Mr. Transeni asked. He looked like he shared the same race with Professor Hammerdinger, a Yodel, except he didn't have a beard or a pet. Strange because their species always do. He had a small green top hat, too small for his head. He took it everywhere. Rumors were he ate his pet. I can't believe my own ears. Seiko can't be dead. We have all tried to kill him in the past and failed. But it's true. I saw the body. I got people within their ranks. Mr. Dugas said. He always looked tired and never spoke. Everyone was surprised. Powder is listening in with her owl mask on. We know it's her because of her local that matches her hair color. She's above them taking notes. Some of her staffs are spies. She would have to nip that problem once she gets back. They are so dead. When they find out you are so dead, Miss Jones said. She was the lady in charge of the pleasure quarters, always worrying about herself and her women first. She was always loyal to Seiko and took a liking to Vi and Jinx. She always wanted all the women in Zone to work for her. Vi had denied her offer and had promised to break her nose if she ever asked Powder to join her establishment. She wasn't even mad, she was proud. Since then, she had always watched out for them and watched them grow. I was rooting for them ever since Vanda died. She was quite fond of him. Is it true that Jinx killed him? Mr. Transeni asked. It is. I always knew she would be the death of him, Miss Rainey said. Her son had just died for Sable. She was not allied to Jinx. Sevika. Sevika said Jinx is now to replace Silco, Mr. Transeni said. That will be over my dead body. I am not listening to El Child, Mr. Dugas said. I am only here out of courtesy. I have my own plans and ambitions. I am a weapons dealer. Silco was the one I was afraid of. I am not afraid of these children. I will not have it. Sevika said Jesus take his place. Mr. Johnson, I will not have it, Mr. Dugas said. You can't let a child run the lanes. Surely you are all with me on that. I trust Vi and Powder with my life more than I can say for any of you in this room. Miss Jova said. They need to go. Miss Rainey said. We can't be led by Jinx. We are not actually considering this, are we? Where is Finn? The quiet gentleman finally spoke. He was new and wore a three-piece suit, covered in tattoos too. Half his head was next to his chin, covered in flames tattoos, and the other half his head was next to skin clean, covered in flame tattoos, and the other half was a long full set of curly hair. He wore round glasses. How should we know? Mr. Tuga asked. Finn is dead. Siko killed him, Miss Rennie said. I was there. I saw it. We staged a coup and lost. Silence. Well, that must be them on the elevator. Let's hear what they have to say, the gentleman said. The elevator opened and only one person walks out, Sevica. Well, don't tell me that they are late. This is very unprofessional, Mr. Dugas said. No, they are already here, Sevica said. Where? Mr. Dugas asked. The glass above them shattered. Powder and her crew of Vi, Caitlin, and Echo and Jacob, and two others all hovered down in a circular path from the roof of the conference room. Powder takes off her mask to reveal her face. The rest of them keep their masks on. Echo and Jacob shoot stalagmites at them as they hover down gently and slowly. They all freeze the Kent Barons in their seat. They are surprised to be surrounded by crystals this hard. They couldn't break out. This was not a negotiation, but an ambush. Babe, you've got to show me that trick with the stalagmites. I never got to ask you last time, Jinx said. Remind me later. It's a personal recipe that turns gas into solid when it comes into contact with air. Can you guys stop flooding? We're in the middle of something, Vi said. We get it. You guys are in love. Is that what this feeling is? Echo asked. Love. Strange. Never felt it before. Hello, everyone, Powder said. My name is Jinx. We all know who you are, Mr. Traseni said. Was this really necessary? We thought this was a parley. Yes, I guess I am famous around these parts. Should I say infamous? Infamous, Mr. Tuga said. What? I said infamous, the opposite of famous. When you are famous for all the wrong reasons. Infamous is the word you're looking for. Mr. Tuga said, wow, you must have gone to school. She pulls out a pistol and aims it at Mr. Tuga. Echo, can I kill him? Jinx asks. He only gave me guns today. No, he's the weapons and arms dealer, Sevica said. No wonder he's so brave. But I still want to shoot him anyways, though, Powder said. The problem is that you won't shoot anyone. That is, that this was a parley, Echo said, taking off his mask. Oops, what is it? Now they have seen my face, the leader of the Fireflies. They have all got to die. Please, don't kill us, Miss Joval said. We are taking you people seriously. How are you supposed to take us seriously if we don't shoot someone? Powder asked. How are you supposed to take us seriously if we don't shoot someone? Powder asked. Let me talk to them. You all know who my friend is. You all know who my friend here is. But for those of you who don't know, this is Jinx, the love of my life. The girl who shot and killed Seiko and turned the councilor's chambers topside to rubble. You guys are probably wondering why we are sharing that information with you. It's because you guys in this room are the only ones that are privy to that information. If this news is to somehow get, if this news is to get out somehow, we will know you were the ones who leaked out that information. We would, we would then kill you all first. Have you heard the rumor, babe? What rumor? Jinx asked, joking. The one that said Seiko was shot by the counselors. The one that said Seiko shot at the counselor's chambers. Echo asked. Echo said, but I did that, Powder said. I should get the credit. No way, you couldn't have, remember? Echo said, but I did. No, it was Seiko. Echo insisted, remember? Was it? Yeah, Echo replied. Oh yeah, I remember now. It was. Where is Seiko? Powder asked. He's dead, Cindy. You killed him, Echo replied. Oh yes, how could I forget? He could not stop whining. Powder said, pointing at weapons at the barons, breaking the act. We know where you all live, where your children go to school, where you work. We are the fireflies. We are everywhere. You can't see us, but we can see you. Each and every single one of you. Betray us, or we will dump your bodies and your whole families in the river Mercer. War is coming to the lands. We will need all of your help to finish what Silco started. We will need your help to crush Piltover once and for all. Silco said that was always the plan. Time for us to end this feud once and for all. Who is with us? You are not serious, right? You are children, Mr. Trasene said. I heard you kind live very long lives. How old are you now? Powder said as he approached him. 316 years old, Mr. Trasene said proudly. Powder shoots him dead in the head. Silence. Babe, you promised I can't even get it. Babe, you promised. I can't even keep a straight face anymore. Just kidding. Do we really have do we have your undivided attention now? Echo asked. You kids are going to pay for this, Mr. Duga said. He was in charge of the underground fight, he said, pointing at Mr. Trasene. Are we? Jinx asked. There is only one thing that everyone respects in the underground, in the underworld. Fear, Seiko said. Even in death, you can't leave me alone. You won't get away with this, Mr. Dugas repeated. You wanna bet? Father asked him. Mr. Duga, do you accept me as a new leader? No, Mr. Duga said. Not with that attitude. Father points a weapon at him and shoots him dead. Not with that attitude. How about you, Mr. Rainey? How about you, Miss Rainey? Father said. Then to the new gentleman, I don't think I. Then to the new gentleman, I don't think I know you. Miss Rainey is shaking in her boots. No, and has said she is scared of Jinx. Mr. McManaman. Yeah, one of those names, you know. I was only here inquiring about Mr. Finn, my former employee. Seiko killed him, Mr. McManaman said. Who is that? Nobody. It's like he said. Seiko killed him. Sevika replied. Are we gonna have a problem? Powder asked. No, my organization was just curious about his whereabouts. It's been a minute, Mr. McManaman said. Good, Jinx said. How about you, Miss Jola? Any objections on your end? No, I'm proud of all of you. Thank you. Was that so hard? Pada said. And you? It was Miss Rainey, a lady that Seiko had her son killed. She could not find her voice earlier. Sevika looks at her. I live to serve, Miss Rainey said. She almost bowed, except she was safe. She had learned a lesson the hard way. Good, Powder said. We are now your new masters. We run the lanes. Me and my merry band of fireflies. Notice how we are not all showing our faces. Trust me. You guys don't want to unravel this mystery. We have eyes everywhere. Betrayers will not be tolerated. We know where you all work and live. I know most of us only just met today for the first time, but talking to all of you, but Talk to all your people and prepare for war. I know all of us just met today for the first time, but talk to all your people and prepare for war. War? Yes, war. We are going to finish Seagull's work, bring Piltover to its knees. We are handling this problem of Piltover once and for we are handling this problem of Piltover once and for all. We will do most of the heavy lifting. You people will provide additional support. We want all able hands on deck. We will need each and every one of you to do your best. So recruit wisely, bring on your best players, biggest hitters, and biggest steppers. Don't worry, we will minimize all losses. It's like I said, we'll be doing all the heavy lifting. If all of this goes according to plan, we will have little to no damage on our side. We'll be doing all the thinking and the planning, and you people will be the executioners. Am I making myself clear? This is one battle that we don't want to lose. Echo said. We can't tell everyone the full plan just yet because we don't trust you guys, but if you all do as you are told, there will be no problem. Hada said. Well, I was proud of how much Echo had grown. He was so much better with words that she was scanning the Ken Barons trying to get a read on them. This Mr. McManaman was off somehow. She just couldn't put her fingers on it. He was too calm. He reminded her of Circle. Yes, Miss Jowa said. Got it. Is it true you discontinued Shima? Mr. McManaman asked. Yes, we are all working on something new and improved, Ego said. When will it be ready? Mr. McManaman asked. This children could come in handy, he thought. When it is ready. You can't rush the science or the art making process. So who is in charge? Mr. McManaman asked. Who should I direct all my queries? If you have any problems or inquiries, bring them up with Sevica. That is all. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What is it? Powder asked. Topside is mounting an attack on us. There's a 25 million kronas bounty on your head, Mr. McManaman said. Do you think you can claim it? Jinx asked. I won't be so foolish, man. I was just pointing out a fact. It makes it hard to rule. You killed Tico, that is no small feat. I will never question your authority, Mr. McManaman said. You are a wise one then, aren't you? You must have a way with words, with women. I should shoot you right now and save myself the trouble in the future. Jinx said with a pistol and pointing it. Jinx said, thinking with a pistol and pointing it at Mr. McManaman. Please don't. I very much like to live. I live to serve at your pleasure, Mr. McManaman said. I promise to be of help to you, just like I was to Siko. What do you think, Savika? Jinx asked, not bringing down her weapon. It's your call. He's a sly one. I don't know much about him, just that he would rather let Finn lead than him, and he has come through for Silco on more than a few occasions, Savika said. That was what Mr. McManaman wanted, everyone underestimating him. He was just as cunning as Silco. He has been hiding, beating his time. He even boosted Finn's ego and made him boss, just so he could spend more time in the shadows. I'm probably going to regret this in the future, but I'm going to keep you alive for now, Father said. Thank you, man. It's like I said, I live to serve at your pleasure. We just got to renegotiate our position after the battle. Sure, it will be based on your performance. It will be based on your performance, yeah. So I want you and your team on your best behavior out there. The last time Zone launched an all-out attack on Piltover, we lost horribly. We can't afford for that to happen ever again. Make sure everyone turns up. Deserters will be severely punished. Do you all understand? Echo asked. Yes. How long do we have? Mr. McManaman asked. Tomorrow? We were given 3 days. Today is day two, Lauda said. That might be a problem. Short notice and all, Mr. McManaman said, looking at Jinx. But we will make do. You better have all your people out there, Echo said. Sure thing, boss. You don't need to threaten me twice, Mr. McManaman said. Now, what is it that you all understand? Echo asked. That you guys run things now? Miss Jova said. Great. What else? Echo asked. That we are to get ready for war, all hands on deck, Miss Jova said. Great. Bonus points for Miss Jova. I like your enthusiasm. Keep this up and we will all be getting along swimmingly, Echo said. Thank you, Miss Jova said. You are most welcome, Echo replied. You seem to be cozying up to them, Miss Rennie said. You wrathful succubus. No need to be mean. I have known them since they were pups. This is their time to shine. Vanda will be so proud. Miss Jova said. So our new hierarchy will be based on our performance? Mr. McManaman said, yes, great. Look at you go, Mr. McManaman. After we deal with topside once and for all, for those of you who will survive, we will divide the load equally, right down the middle. What was Sigo giving you all before? Echo asked. 10% each? Miss Jova said, not bad. How does 25% sound, eh? That's 50% increase. Between that and the revenue from the Shima we are planning to distribute, we will be loaded, so bear with us for just a little while. Great? Great, Echo said. Okay, good talk. I thought that was going to go way worse. Hey babe, do you remember the good times? Father asked Echo. No love. The times were always bad. Should we kill them all just to be safe? Echo asked Father as they closed and almost kissed. As they came in close and almost kissed. No, I don't think they will get in our way. Will you guys? Father asked. They all shake their heads in disapproval. They, are, they had all heard stories of Jinx, but they had never had to experience her up close. Her crew was so organized, most of them didn't even speak. It was no wonder that Sevica was backing them. Did we miss anything? Paula asked. No, except betrayers will be severely punished. We must win this war at all costs, Echo said. Okay, that is all. What will become of their territories? Mr. McManaman asked. The fighting, the fighting pit and the weapons sector. You guys splitting amongst yourself. House Dubois and Trasene are no longer with us. This is what happens when you question our authority. Are we making ourselves clear? This is not a democracy. You people follow orders. That's how we win as one solid unit. I know some of you are planning on betraying us, trust me. We have plans for each and every single one of you. All of you have gotten lazy. Echo said. I am still hungry though, Mr. McManaman said. I haven't lost my hunger. Good, because we will get to eat soon. There's plenty of time to celebrate, but right now, we are at the eve of war. Okay? That's it. Our time's up. We got to go. Look at that. I didn't even get to kill anyone today. Echo said, looking at and pointing at his watch. Oops. I can't say the same. Don't question our authority. Good talk. Bye. Wait for further instructions. Jinx said as she mounted her hoverboard and wore her mask. They all donned their armors, jumped in their hoverboards, and left the room as Sevica exits the room through the elevator that brought her up. She was too old to start learning how to use the hoverboard. The second they all the second they all left. The second they all left, yeah. We're gonna kill them all, right? The, the second they all leave. Okay, that's it. Complete paragraph. We're gonna kill them all, right? The second they all leave, we're gonna kill them all, right? Miss Jova asked. Yep, we're gonna have to kill them all. That was very close, Mr. McManaman said. We should wait though until after the war. Their guard will be down, clouded by victory. Jacob, the man with bad ears, had not left. He was still eavesdropping outside the meeting hall. His face gifted with almost like bat-like hearing. He was Echo's right-hand man. and head of security. This was what he was best at, recon and gathering intel for Echo. Today, they were unstoppable. Echo had found him in the main streets of Zaun after he had been severely bullied. This was shortly after Benzo died. Echo had saved him all those years ago, and he had taken a liking to Echo and had promised to help him with all his endeavors. He even helped Echo build his hideout. Piltover. Miss Mederda is surprised Jinx has not been brought in yet. Is my daughter awake? Miss Mederda asked. No, ma'am. Miss Stewart replied. She went back to bed. This is taking too long. Any reports on Caitlin? I feel like she's hiding something from me. No, ma'am. Stewart responded. Assemble the troops. I hope they are ready. I can't believe it's been 3 days already. After tonight, Zon will regret ever causing a racket in Piltover. Caitlin walks into the room. You are late, Miss Mederda said. Jinx won't surrender. I did everything in my power to convince her otherwise. I talked to her about the cause of war, the loss of lives on both sides, but she was adamant. She said it was war. She said it was a war she could win, that this was very important to her and to Zon, that it will make her a legend in the lanes, the most feared and respected. She, she, it seems she plans to face you head on in the field. She said she will accept only your complete surrender and amnesty agreement signed for a free zone. She says she will accept only your complete surrender and amnesty agreement signed for a free zone. She says she's doing this for Sigo, that his legacy must live on. Did you tell her who she was up against? Yes. She didn't seem to care. She said defeating you will make her a legend. She said she wanted to be a legend, eh? Let's make her one then. Her 3 days are up. All units. Dispatch them all. Piltover's finance. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Personal bodyguard said and left the room. They brought this onto themselves. They are children. They should do what they are told. They need some discipline in their lives, Mrs. Mederda said. These are not just any children. They are children of Zon. I won't underestimate the list of them, Caitlin said. You seem to hold them in such high regards. Children are still just children. Besides, they are not organized. They don't have a militia. You still shouldn't underestimate them, Caitlin said. I was in battle before your parents knew each other. Are you underestimating me, child? His mother asked. You don't have to be condescending. They are fighting for their lives down there. It's a mash pit. I still don't think violence is the answer. Good. Thank you for your input and your advice. I just want to face this jinx in battle. I could use the practice. Show these young folk just how dangerous we old timers truly are. I want the person responsible for hurting my daughter brought to justice, Miss Mederda said. She believes that what she is doing is just, ma'am, Killer retorted. She fancies herself a revolutionary, eh? She better not let me down then. They always do. My child is up, still in the hospital, Miss Mederda said and stomped out. Kellen takes a seat in what appears to be her office. She ponders for a second, picks up a pen on the table and scribbles down a note. War is now inevitable. She says the post powder, just as Miss Mederda got walks back in. What was that? The guard asked. It depends. What did you see? Killan asked. Better not be planning on betraying Miss Mederda, the guard said. I won't dream of it, Killan replied. I don't think I know who you are. I'm trained in there. No way. King of the barbarians? What are you doing here? Zone. Vi and Powder's old arcade room. Vi is sparring with Sevica. They are both equally good. Powder is still working on Vi's gauntlet, fine-tuning it after Sevica destroyed it. She hands it to Vi. Echo is still working on Powder's stun guns. Vanda never wanted war, Vi said, taking the gloves. That was his problem. Don't get me wrong. He was a great dad and leader. but he should have finished what he started, his revolution, Powder said. The camera pans around the room. We can see people building Gatling guns, rocket launchers, and Powder special butterflies. Make haste while the sun shines. Savika shouts down at everybody from the ring as Vi wears her gauntlet. It's make hay while the sun shines. Vi corrected her. Why would I want to make hay? I am not a horse, Powder said. You know what? Forget it. Let's begin. I said. Begin? Echo said. Begin, Echo said. He had stopped what he was doing and was referring, referring the match, referring the match, yeah, referring the match. From the looks of it, how about 1,000? From the looks of it, they have about 1,000 people working on different things. This is what battle they didn't want to lose. Maya Sevika spar seriously as though it was a real match. She has the drop on her every with with a with Vi and Sevika spar seriously as though it was a real match. She has the drop on her with every uppercut, but she doesn't connect. Again, take two. You're getting really good with it, Sevika said. Yeah, I replied. I can feel myself getting better to each passing day. It seems I should go all out with my robotic arm then, courtesy of your sister, Sevika said as she charges her blade. How do you do it? I asked. Switch sides with so much ease. I have my own dreams I want to accomplish. This is just a marriage of convenience, Sevika said. When the time comes for me to move on, I will just do that. Move on. No one can ever stop me from doing that. I'm glad you're on our side. I hope you don't betray us, Vi said. Me too. Don't betray me either, Sevika said. I don't want to have to kill you. You could try. The last time I fought you when I was about to die from that last strike, you did from the air. I wanted to be protected by a shield too, but one appeared. It seems like I added function to these gauntlets. I wonder how I did that. The gauntlets are being powered by arcane magic. It is by design. You must have willed it into existence, Powder said. Jace made this. He said it was for mining the futures. Can you believe this guy? Vi said as she kept sparring seriously with Sevika, but stopped each time before the punch connects. What do you think of him? Powder asked. He's not so bad. Easy on the eyes. Don't tell me you have a thing for him. Powder asked rhetorically. I like the way he thinks, that's all. He's a man of action. The only topsider I might actually consider. So you have considered it, Powder asked. Love is love is not even that big of a deal, especially in the lens. Love will get you killed faster than any other thing, Sevika said. Said the virgin. I am not a virgin. I have been in love. It's just not that big of a deal, Sevika said. Love can be a prison or prison through which we see the world, Vi said. What? I read books too. Silence. Then laughter. Okay, the old lady next to me used to say to me in prison. Okay, the old lady next to me used to say it to me in prison. I said, wow, I'm surprised if you know what a prism is, Echo said, and they all laughed again. I will have you know that I might not be a scientist, but I will still kick your ass, Vice. You wish. There was a time when you there was a time that you could defeat me. That time has passed, Echo said. Look at the mouth on you, little man, Vi retorted. Why don't you try me? Step in the ring. Please, Vi, don't tempt me with a good time. You need to see what I've been working on. Did you just say that love is not that big of a deal? Father asked Sevika. Yes, it will get you killed faster than a bullet in the legs, Sevika said. Every time she goes to strike Vi activates a shield. It's getting harder to hit you. Your footwork is great, as usual, Sevika said. I wonder if the shield can become small next to skin, Vice said. And just as she finished talking, the arcane magic responded to her wish. It was like Powder said. Arcane magic reacts to the command of its user's internal will. This was fascinating discovery about the power of the orb. This was a fascinating discovery about the power of the orb. Wow, Echo said. You just gave me another idea. You are welcome. I live to serve. Powder, you heard that right? I gave Echo an idea, Vice said. How about we take this up a notch, Sevika? I want to test the strength of the shield. Sevika takes a step back, jogs on the spot. The blade in her left hand is fully charged after she's power after she powered up. She powered it. Ah, yeah. The blade in her left arm is fully charged after she powered up some shimmer through her robotic arm. That's it. The blade attacker survived last time. Go ahead and strike me again. Vi said. She runs and Vi jumps in the air and swings with all of her strength. And Vi, and she barely cracks the shield attack next to skin. Arcane magic goes flying everywhere from the crack spot. Amazing, Echo said. Right? Vi said, lifting up a gauntlet. With this, I will be unstoppable in the fields. You got hit with that last time? How did you survive? I would ask. I'm just I'm just in a different league than you losers. I survived in Stillwater for 5 years, training every day. My body is as hard as a rock by this point. Yeah, we know. You told us that already, Powder said. And they all laughed again. It was good to have everyone back. As they are sparring, Sevika can tell Vi is holding back. She has gotten used to her new weapons already. His power is quite destructive. Okay, I need a break, Sevika finally said. You are strong enough to hold your own in a fight. I hope you don't fall in battle. You hope. Stranger things have happened, Sevika said. Fuck you. I won't fall, Vi said. Even the best do sometimes fall, Sevika said. Every great fighter knows that. I won't fall, Vi said. I am different, in a league of my own. Neither will I, nor I. Neither will I, Powder said, nor I, Echo said. Vanda, Benzo, Sequel, and your parents used to say that. Sevika said, great. You lot have to you lot have you lot have defeated me with your optimism. No I. How about the love? Feel like sparring? I want to test out my new gadget, Echo said. It's just a belt gadget wrapped around you. What of it? Powder said. It's powered by one of your orbs. Your orbs, like the blue orbs here. And it's not a belt. Something you said about controlling the orb with your will and consciousness helped me thinking. Had me thinking. I want to test it out, Echo said. This is the first time I am scared to test out a new toy. I'm worried it might fail. You made the adjustments already? Powder asked. Yeah, it was easy. It only took me a few seconds, Echo said. It's a customized build, not rocket science. I mean, it does have rocket science in it, but the rocket science is easy for me. Are you sure you want me to test your prototype? I won't go easy on you if it fails. Just like in real life. Just like in a real life fight. Powder said, waking up from a workstation. That's my line, love. They make their way to the arena. Behind them, on the walls, are spots made by bullet holes. What is the score now? Powder asked. 1,000 to 999. My win, your loss. I'm about to catch up in your dreams, love. Now that I know how to apply the up, I will never lose again. Not to you or anyone for that matter. I want to thank you. All of this would not be possible if it wasn't for you. Cocky much? Is that an atlas connected to the up? Powder asks. It helps stop time, slows down hours to minutes, seconds to milliseconds, reverses time, and propels me into the future. It lets me warp space around me. Hence the watch. It's called Zero Drive. You are joking. Why I said, will it even work? We're about to find out, Echo said. I hope you're wearing your bulletproof vest and not just your belt. I got life rounds, Powder said while laughing wholeheartedly. I will really miss you if you die on me. Try not aiming for the noggin or the hard laughs. I have to come up with a way to hide it. I trust you're an excellent shot, but yeah, I'm wearing a bulletproof suit on, Echo said. I never leave the house without it. They all take their stands, and just as they're about to start scrapping, a message comes in through their tube system. It was a message from Caitlin. War is inevitable. You just got saved by the bell. Powder said. No, you got saved by the bell, Echo said. Just then a couple of servicers lackeys came in with a huge parcel delivery. It was from the doctor. Warwick had arrived. What is it? Something to secure our victory, Powder said to Vi. Promise me you won't get mad. Why will I get mad? He was made with Vanda's DNA and biological essence, Powder said. What? That was what the doc said. I thought you should know since he was going to be our new pet. I thought of keeping it. His given name is Warwick, since it'd be a little weird to call him Vanda. Who did this? The dog, great guy, Cinch is his name. He saved my life once. He also helped Seiko create Shima, Powder said. Oh, I need to talk to him. Powder said as she undid the box crate he came in on. Right stares at the creature in the glass. It's a big wolf, a very big wolf, the biggest she had ever seen. In fact, just standing there on its hind legs. Before you get mad at me, I want you to know I had no part of this. I only just found out recently when I asked the good old doctor for some sort of protection so I could go about my day in peace in Zaun. That's quite a pet. Does it talk? Echo asked. No, I don't think so, but he recognizes me last time. Maybe it will do the same for you both, Powder said. Maybe, maybe it's bonded to me. What does it eat? I'm not even mad at this doctor. I just thought Vanda was resting and not being disturbed or reincarnated. That's just too much for my brain to comprehend, I said. He sounds like a mad scientist. He is a mad scientist. It's not really reincarnation, he said. It's life transfiguration or transformation. That was what the doctor said. Wanda is dead, alright, but his essence is still in the wolf. I didn't understand most of it, but he recognized me last time. Powder said as she finished opening the cage. It's the biggest dango werewolf from Ionia. The good old doctor gave it steel claws. One swipe from this, and it would cut a human being in half. Right? The perfect pet, claws and all, Powder said. I've heard stories of animals like this fighting in the underground arena. I said, I thought they were just rumors. Echo said, no, they are very rare. I once took down one myself. It was no small feat, Sevika said. I think Dr. Mundo created that one. Who is Dr. Mundo? Powder asked. Trust me, you don't want to know, Sevika said. Don't worry, it's not going to bite. She spliced its DNA with Vanda's and added my own DNA to it. It's nothing more than a pet now. Famous last words have never been truly spoken, Echo said. Powder electrocutes the wolf with the secretaries in her cage. It springs alive. Don't worry, the doctor is quite a formidable scientist. Echo and Vi are getting ready for a fight. Don't uncuff that thing. Vi said, what? Are you afraid? Powder asked as she uncuffed the furry ball monster. He jumps down, circles Powder as he recognizes his scent. It's like he shares Vanda's memories and strength, but he can't talk. Powder said as the wolf left her to cuddle next to Vi as he brushed past Echo with friendly intent. How is this possible? I asked, surprised that the werewolf recognizes her. Don't ask me. Ask the crazy mad scientist. Doc. Father said, he gives me the creeps. I'm just glad he's in our side. One of the fireflies walk into the room. He takes off the mask to address the room. Jacob seizes the mummy and whispers something in Sevika's ear. You were right. The Ken Barons are planning something after the clash with Piltover, Jacob said. Sevika nodded. Enforcers are piling up in Zone, a lot of them. The Firefly, the Firefly members, the Firefly member said, removing his mask. Our sources say about 3,000 of them. But I said not wanting to reveal killer's name. I guess it's showtime, Powder said. At the zoo line said, yes, ma'am. The Firefly recruit said, looking at Echo. They are all been told to follow Jinx's orders. That she was important in a free zone plan. She was the girl who killed Siko after he had brought her up. She was bad news. They were all scared of Jinx. Echo was different though. They had all come to trust him. Although he just joined the Fireflies. Although he just joined the Fireflies, he knew Echo through the grapevines of Echo's powers. That he has never, not once, let them down. Every Firefly followed him wholeheartedly, freely, and chose to combine their faith with Echo's. Most of them would have been dead if it wasn't for him. He had heard rumors that Echo, their boss, was childhood friends with Powder, that she was acting on his orders, that he had planted her with Silco. All types of stories had come up after they were told that Powder would be joining their crew, but he was too scared to come from any of them. He was just going to do his job and get out. Keeping your mouth shut and minding your own business was the surest way to return back home in Zone. How about the weapons? Are they mounted up as directed? Powder asked. Yes. Is everyone on the first level of Zone evacuated? Powder asked. Yes, ma'am. The enforcers have covered all three exit stations in Zone. 3,000, eh? I had Miss Mederda. I had I had Miss Mederda handpick the Peter's 3,000 in total, eh? I had Miss Mederda handpick Piltover's finest. They are some of the most ferocious enforcers they had on their roster. Ruthless too. And they are pissed off the councilor's chamber. And they are pissed off the councilor's chamber was destroyed, I said. It looks like they are awaiting orders to strike. The rookie continued. Good, Jinx said. Good, the Firefly asked. Great, Powder said. The Firefly wore his mask and exited the room. He didn't have the courage to ask another question. It was about time. It's about time we humble these people of Piltover. The anxiety is killing me, Powder said. Yeah, just as we planned, Echo asked. Yeah, just as we planned, Vice said. After tonight, we are gonna be legends. Piltover. Kellan called the council to oppose Ms. Mederda's state of emergency on Zone, except all the citizens of Piltover are on Ms. Mederda's side. They want some blood spilled for the loss of most of their councilor. Why did you summon us here, Miss Kiraman? Victor asked as Professor Heimerdinger walks into the room. Hello everyone, the professor said. I take it you don't mind me joining you, right? I was gone for all but a month, and the councilor's chamber was completely gone, for a lack of a better word. What happened, boys? Still dabbling in arcane magic instead of running your city? I will have you know that we have made tremendous progress on that front. It talks. The court talks. Professor Heimerdinger asked. That's new. Yes, very sentient. Yes, it's sentient. Praying for another day, Miss Kiraman. Miss Mederda is about to launch an unsanctioned raid into Zone. Okay, I will have you know that we have made tremendous progress on that front. It talks. The core talks, Professor Hamadiga asks. That's new. Yes, it's sentient. Problem for another day, Miss Kiraman said. Miss Mederda is about to launch an unsanctioned raid into Zaun. She's the head of security. It's not unlawful, Jay said. There are good people down there, innocent people who will die. Killer Preston. People are really fragile, Jay said, supporting Miss Mederda. They really do break like glass. Tell us something we don't know, Victor said. My point is, Victor, we can't be held. We can't be held back anymore by our morality. We need the strength to quell this uprising in Zion once and for all. So we can focus on our science, helping people, Jay said. The big picture. If you don't take this problem of Zion seriously, there will be no city to protect, Miss Kierman said. Powder has weaponized Hextech. You think she would use it again? Jace asked. You think she won't? She has made the people of Zion feel braver. They love her down there. Nobody will give her up. They all actually think they can actually win against Topside this time, Kaylan said. We have done our best equipping our soldiers. They should be ready. Why do we pay them so handsomely, Jace asked, if we don't ever use them? We offer them peace and independence, and they threw it back in our faces. What do you want, Miss Kiberman? Miss Mederda said. Is this why you got us here? The last hope for peace between nations? They threw the first stone. Sometimes people just gotta fight it out. Let the chips fall where they may. I can still bring powder to the table. I just need more time. We can pick up negotiations where Seiko fell off. Kayla and Preston, you are too overconfident, Miss Mederda. Like you can't lose. You don't know these people. Her time has expired, just like Silver's. After we bring her in, the city will know peace, Miss Mederda said. It's experience, not luck or skill. Not luck, skill. We can still honor the Treaty of Independence, swallow our pride. A lot of people have died. More will die if we go through with this. According to my investigations, Seiko was the sole perpetrator, the one who blew the councilor's chambers. And he is dead, Kayla said. There is no need for further bloodshed. A lot more will die if we do not bring Jinx to justice. I have seen the power of one. That's all it takes. One spark in the right direction towards a win to overthrow a government or a civil society. That is why we have to remain vigilant during peacetime. In the right direction, a boat only needs to glide on an open ocean. This is not about revenge, it's about justice. People need justice to feel safe, child. You were given 3 days, were you not? Not enough time. Who made you boss? You just came to our city and now you're in charge. I mean, not disrespect Miss Merdada. Who left you in charge? My daughter Mel is still in the hospital. Her colleagues are dead. She was good. You want my Mel dead? She never hurt anyone, Miss Merdada said, not intentionally. The problem of the Undercity are not personal. They are not about your daughter in particular. It's bigger than one person. The people of this Undercity of the Undercity need our help now more than ever, Professor Heimerdinger said. What about the people of Piltover? They need justice for their counselors. Jay said, there's such a thing as righteous rule that we must all embody as rulers. For those of you who wish to rebel against society, the value must be better, otherwise the circle of mad kings at the top never ends. You have opposed me at every turn. I hope to get to see you out there. I hope I get to see you out there when the time comes, protecting your city. You better be out there with the rest of us. I'm not from here, so as you so put it, but I will be leading the pack. Trust me. You don't want to be labeled as a deserter, Miss Medada said to Caleb. I won't miss it for the war, although I am a counselor and I don't see why I have to fight, Caleb said. So am I, and so is my daughter, Miss Medada said. Caitlin, Jay said, I don't want this war. This is not what mother wanted. I'm just honoring her last wish. She voted for a free and independent zone. Isn't that too convenient for you? That is why we have the council. That is why you are given the right to vote, child. It is, it is I who will be out there with the troops as head of security, as my dad has said. I still want the power to recall our troops, if you don't mind, Sheila said. When we start losing. Silence. Okay. Oh, he of little faith, did you lie to me? They don't have a militia, you said that, right? Just for the record, for the extreme body of councillors, Miss Mederda said, yes, then it should be no problem. We are just looking for one girl. We know her base, where she operates. If no one gets in our way, no one dies. We'll be flipping buildings though, looking under every bed and wardrobe. This is their punishment for not coughing up Jinx soon enough. We shall be thorough. They were given 3 days. We are not planning we are not planning on finding her on the first day or the second day. We just ruffle their feathers every day. Just enough to irritate them to give us powder. To give us jigs, yeah. After the piece of After this pissed off enforcers has harassed them for over a month, you'll be willing to cough up powder in no time. That's what Dada said. You you punish innocent people, disrupt lives. You've been down there. How many of them are truly innocent? From the reports I got, it's worse than an it's worse than an abandoned building, abandoned city, littered with junkies left and right. What exactly are you planning to say? Miss Mederda asks. You are underestimating them. They are children. All those in favor of this raid to get Jinx, say I. Miss Mederda said, raising her hand. I, Jay said, betraying Kellen. She didn't blame him. All his colleagues were dead, and his girlfriend was in the hospital. But she had hoped he would pick her side. But when Mel is involved, Jace is never thinking straight. I, Victor said, Jinx needs to be stopped. She needs to answer for her crimes. She was the one who blew up Jesse's home all those years ago, bringing us together. I'm not sure she was. I'm not sure she was not working with Sigo then. She has only gotten bolder over the years. I'm afraid of what she might become if we don't stop her here and now. Nay, Professor Heimerdinger said. There you have it. The vote is 3 against 2. This too is democracy. This too is justice. Get ready to join my ranks, Miss Madada said. I would like to state for the record that I did not vote. I would like to state for the record that I did vote against this, Miss Kiraman said. It has been duly noted, Miss Madada said. Zone. The first layer of the lens has been occupied by the enforcers. They are all wearing their masks because they find the air of zone too hard for their respiratory system. Kaylan has herself set up in a sniper's nest. She's with Miss Ma- she's with Miss Medada's Trindemere and a steward on the platform. Are you ready? Miss Medada asked Kaylan. Trindemere and her steward. Yes, Kaylan responded. They all nodded. In a minute, her steward said and began to transform from a steward look into a different man. He was on a small island surrounding Nox Talia. The people had shape-shifting abilities that caused them to be hunted out of existence. People thought they were shapeshifters capable of turning into anyone, but they could only turn into their older selves. This was the first time Kayla saw something like it. It was quite traumatizing. It felt like all the bones in Twisted Fate's body were being rearranged by his maker, making him to a new being. When he was done, he was no longer the measly steward, but he was so much taller, bulkier, had a full set of hair and a beard. It was quite something. Hello, Fitz, Miss Wadada said. Hello, ma'am. Trina said. How long has it been? Going on 20 years now. Did I ever thank you all those years for your loyalty? No, man. But being with you was thanks enough. Well, thank you. I just lost my son. It hurt so much. It was so sudden. I didn't think I could feel pain like this. I'm sorry. I wish I could share in your pain, man. I wish I could have helped your son like I have helped you. I told him not to marry that girl. Love, it will get us all in the end. Look what love did for me, for you. Twisted face said, I miss him, my husband. He was the only he was the only one who was good he was the one who was good at raising kids, not me. Look, look, they turned out alright. I envy him. He was definitely much greater than me. Superior fighter too. My best friend. What has gotten over you now? You are not your usual self before, but they are children. We are fighting children. Not too long ago, I was in their shoes, standing up to my father, the king, thinking I knew better. This life, it has a funny way of repeating itself. Now, these children, if you don't take this seriously, you will lose. They are wild. Life in Zone has made them hard and stubborn. I grew up in the streets when I was small, before I moved to Noxus. When I returned all these years, Zone got worse. During one of my many scouting trips into the city, following her, Tuesday first said, pointing at Kayla, the thing that sticks out with you are the eyes. All the eyes. All their eyes are hopeless. That's why these children are not scared. They got nothing to lose. They need to be taught love, emotion, discipline. We need to end this rebellion fast before it grows and bears fruit. More like stalking. Don't think I didn't hear you breathing loudly in the shadows. Bears fruit, angry that she had it there. She had managed to lose him a few times. It's a metaphor. You were ahead of one, Fate said. Fate asked her. Wiser words have never been spoken with Mederda. I remember now why I have kept you by my side all these years. Is it because you love me, man? Because I love you more than your late husband. And you always bring him up. You should have killed him then. You shouldn't have killed him then. It was a duel. He wanted to die. He begged me. How was I supposed to know he would lose that night? I just confronted him after seeing him again after all those years. It's like he wanted to lose. He was my first and true love. I'm sorry it's such a sore subject for you. He was something I was not. A better man. Don't worry, someday I'll wake up and he will be a second thought. I can't wait for that day. He will be my favorite. That's what I want to hear. His mother said, taking his face into his hand. She could snap his neck with his wrench. Why doesn't she? Why does she love this man who killed her husband? Is it because she knew him longest and must trust their subject? Was that why she wanted people fighting over her? Ah, this was all Mel's fault. Whenever she was around, she started feeling emotions. It was a pleasure fighting beside you. Trinema said, I love you too. Kaylan, got your back. Yes, ma'am. Kaylan said, I thought you two would never stop flirting. What? Miss Mederda asked. Nothing, Kaylan said. Miss Mederda jumps down from the sniper's nest to the ground. It was quite high. Her ability was strength and rejuvenation. To her, it was like jumping from a neighbor's fence. The Madadas, because they come from money and were royalty, had access to a lot of rare merchants who sometimes carried even rarer arcane artifacts. Some were given to the Madadas as gifts or were trophies won in battle. They had a collection room which had all their precious artifacts. The Mederda were the first to think of uniting Nasus. Their home suffered many tragedies, but also had many great victories. Somehow most of them always came out on top. Chideme jumps down with the same ease as Miss Mederda. With twisted faith, he lands as though he was floating. He was an arcane user and a commander in Miss Mederda's army, her second in command. He had stolen from Miss Mederda way back and was going to lose both his hands, so he pledged to save her instead. Chudemere was the barbarian king from Freyhel who had ended watching who had ended washing up in Noxus. He helped train the Noxus army and had plans to return to the Freyhel someday and retake his kingdom. Kaelan catches it. They are weird dynamic and friendship, but she has so much on her plate. This was the least of her worries tonight. She would have to ask Mel about it when she is fully recovered. She was more worried for Jinx and Vi at the moment. They were up against a Mederda, a warrior monarch. She was no joke. If it was someone else, she wouldn't be so worked up. And now Trader Man was here. I'm so sorry, Vi. I tried my best. The rest is up to you and Jinx now. This was what I was trying to prevent. I always knew it would come to this. That is why I didn't want to know the plan. Knowing Jinx and Echo, the plan must be solid and filled with explosions and lots of fireworks, Kaelan said to herself. She scans through the night with her scope, hoping to find a shadow or a silhouette that could give away some information. Jinx or Vi or a firefly, something to tell her what the plan is, but nothing came into her sight. Miss Mederda is in her Noxus uniform, talking to the Piltover officers on the podium. People of Zaun, as a society, we cannot continue to coexist with the way your citizens do things. You have gotten so bold as to strike at the very heart of our government. Most of you don't know who I am. I am Constant Mederda, the warmonger, the Noxian warrior princess. Most of you have heard of me and my conquest, but have never seen me in action. For as far back as I can remember, all I've ever known was war. My daughter was attacked in that last raid, and her life is hanging on the balance in the hospital because some of your citizens chose to attack her after she had just voted for your peace and independence, for their peace and independence. Now, you have been given every opportunity to relinquish the perpetrators peacefully to no avail. Put up a bounty, double the bounty, triple the bounty, still you've refused to cooperate with us and or relinquish the corporate. So once again, we have to rely on power, use force to get what we want because justice has to be served for society to function right. Crime cannot be allowed to go rampant. Today, it's 1,000 citizens. Tomorrow, it's 2,000. As the new head of security for the councils, I hereby order a state of emergency on zone until the criminal known as Jinx has been apprehended and brought to justice and punished for her crimes. As she was speaking, the enforcers were getting ready for a riot, fastening their belts, preparing their weapons, and making sure their batons had a firm grip in their hand. The citizens of Zon all came out from before the line to listen to the speech, but they were all following Powder's plans though. Most of them were there because they were summoned, others because they had their own animosity towards Piltover, animosity towards Piltover. Others to support Jinx and the Fireflies, and others just because they love the fighting. Hello, Jinx called out from the darkness. She had found a mic at Echo's hideout. It was getting foggy out. She was wearing a firefly mask behind her hoodie and hanging from a zip line. It's Miss Mederda, right? Why do you want me to suffer for Seagull's crimes? Please, I'm begging you, please. Don't step foot anymore in Zone. You and your enforcers are trespassing in our free and independent country. as it was decided by all your dead counselors. Oops, too soon. Oops, too soon. I am glad your daughter survived though. I heard she was one of the good ones. Take your win and go home, great general. The war is over. You lost five counselors, Powder said. Her voice echoed out from the foggy night. You have to face justice for your crimes, Miss Mederda said. Actions always have consequences. I am just a child. I didn't know what I was doing. Seiko was the one pulling the strings, Powder said, all innocent as she laughs to herself. Echo. Even I don't believe these words when they come out of my mouth. Echo is in the corner laughing. If that is the case, it will be proven in court, Miss Mederda said. A Piltover court? Yes, Miss Mederda said. See, that's the problem. I very much like being free and not being judged for my crimes. The world has been wicked to me, you know. You think this was my first choice? I was dealt a hand. I played it. It was all Seagull's fault. How was I supposed to know that when he adopted me, this was his plan all along? Seagull is dead. Why do I have to keep suffering? I promise to be on my best behavior. Things are finally looking up to me. I don't want to jinx it. Oops, I said the thing. I even got a boyfriend now. He truly believes he can love my pain away. Someday, I want to settle down and have children. You're joking, right? Miss Modada asked. After all those people you hurt, you don't think that you should be punished? To the average enforcer, you might sound like a child, and that sad puppy story might work, but your dead giveaway is the way you talk and operate. It's cunning, like you are a grown up. I had to grow up fast. We all did. You know how many people I have seen die in the lanes without any judge or jury? Why do you get to judge me, Miss Medada? How many people have you killed for your justice? You are the one destroying civil society. I will not be your judge. Just turn yourself in and avoid innocent bloodshed. No, no doing that. You're assuming that you're going to win. There is silence. Pada laughs hysterically. The people of Zaun and Piltover can hear the conversation going on both sides. Both sides have solid arguments, and both sides are rooting for their side to win. Civil society? What are you doing with an army respecting civil society? When in the history of the world has society ever been civil? Powder asked somewhere else. It's like she's talking and ziplining or hoverboarding. She was like a phantom, a ghost, or a firefly in that dark foggy night. My very first memory as a child was of my father and mother shot to death by enforcers. Was Where was your justice then? Why didn't you mount your army and fight for me? You see, your justice is only relevant when it involves you and your people. We have been fighting and killing each other in zone over table scraps just to stay alive. Where was your justice then? Take it away. We don't need we don't need it. We don't need it in our new zone. I take it you are jinxing the mouth on this one. Do you speak for all these people? There's a bounty on your head here. There's a bounty on your head, am I correct? The crowd outside had doubled this by this time. Everyone was glad the two sides were going to finally hash it out. It was triple the last time I heard, Powder said. It's now 100 million, Miss Madada said. Oh no, that's enough money to make anyone wet. Powder said. Are there any takers? Miss Madada entices her offer over the cops. That money could change any life, even a rich one. Why don't you risk it? Yes, you, noble citizens of Zon, serve your country. People of Zon are hungry for true justice, not just your money, Miss Madada. That's what they have seen in a long time. Piltover suffering. That's what they haven't seen in a long time. Piltover suffering justly. I can't see a thing. It's too foggy, Kayla said as she began to descend from her hideout. Powder had taken into consideration and had the firelights pump smoke into the night. to hide their presence. My people are loyal. I bet some are desperate. All that cash it could really change a man's life or woman's. You know what, Jinx? No matter what happens here today, I will not be taking down the bounty until I have your head. Can I collect my own bounty if I turn myself in? Powder said, I could use all that money. No, you can't collect your own bounty. His Mederda said, can you collect my bounty and we split it 75-25 my way? That's still a lot of money. No, because I am the one going to prison. Maybe some brave soul will collect the bounty. All that money. So tempting. Like you guys will ever pay. We have learned not to trust upside. Maybe my people are more afraid of me than of you. Did you ever think of that? That's why no one is talking. They know what I would do. You are new to this city. Maybe they are waiting to see if you even have that type of cash laying around. Have you ever paid a bounty before? I did not become a ruler by not keeping my promises. You are just a child. What do you know about ruling? That grown-ups lie a lot about everything, always to their benefit, always with that air of authority. We will not fall for it. They don't care about children. What? Did I surprise you with my speech? It did not take that long for me to figure that one out. I grew up in the lands. You pass us in the streets every day with your gas mask on. Our arms outstretched to you. Do you even spare us a penny, dear friend across the river? You don't have to be so rude, Miss Mederda said, covering her speaker. Does anyone know where she is speaking from? No, ma'am. Sorry. It's just I haven't eaten any. The guy said, sorry, you just haven't eaten anything today. You don't think a POT would make a sandwich out of kindness of the heart, do you? It's so hard to be on the run about that joke. Are you serious? The only food you deserve is prison food. You are brave, at least I give you that child. Ouch, you are condescending, man. You see, I learned a lot from the best adults. One was responsible for killing my parents, then he adopted me until he was betrayed and killed by one of his brothers in arms, who later adopted me. You must have been cute. You always seem to land on your feet, as my dad has said. It didn't feel that way. All I've ever known from the people of Piltover is violence. We, the people of Zod, know in our bones you people do not care about us. That was why we blew up your government. It was not right or just or fit for everyone in that. It was not right or just or fit for everyone in the nation. It had to go, and yeah, that's why I blew up your government. Accept defeat, go home, bury your dead, mourn your losses, or we will destroy the rest of you. That is our justice. We have weapons now. You are very brave, Miss Mederda said. Wait a minute, did you just say you blew up the councillor's chamber and not Sequel? No, Jinx said. I was following orders, silly. How can Sequel shoot the councillor if he gave you orders to shoot the councillors? How can Sequel shoot the council if he gave you orders to shoot the council? Because I won't follow orders. What? That's when he took my gun. I won't give it back. I won't fall for it. Silence. Oops. Okay. I did blow up your pretty fucking building. There must be something in the water, or is it or it's my ear. I can't exactly pin it down, but it makes me feel invincible, like it was the right thing to do. Good talk. Thank you for confirming your role in all of this. For your confession and your location. And thank you for confirming your role in all of this. For your confession and your location. At least now we know that you are in the city somewhere. We just have to come through it nicely to get to you. There's nowhere to run. Jinx. Or maybe that was what I wanted you to think. Maybe I did give you I did give away all this information on purpose. Maybe I was bidding for time to get all my pieces in place. Which one was it? Jinx said that she ziplined away. We lost her. The enforcer said. Before I go, Powder comes back on her. I just have a message for you, love. Since you are trespassing to a free and independent nation bearing arms and shield, hostility will be met with violence. Your state of emergency is an act of war. Thank you and goodbye. She is dropping the phone, hanging up in 3, 2, 1. She said to herself, I don't know why I did that. Jinx. It's Mederda corner. Yes. What is your dream? Conquer the world. Silence. Child, Jinx shouted back and disappeared. Children should not be allowed to talk to their seniors like that. They do need discipline in their lives though. Enforcers and Piltover. These people have no respect for your city. They think this is their playground. Blow up buildings, kill councillors and citizens. What's next? If you give them an inch, they will take a mile. You cannot live in a free and just society with large parts of the masses behaving like this, thinking they are all above the law, setting a bad example. They need to be brought to heel. For we live in a society of progress. These children must be taught a lesson from the old. This has always been the way of things. Who is ready to fight for Piltover with me? Ahoo! The enforcer shout. Who is fighting with me? Ooh. The enforcer shout. Are you ready, enforcers and son? It's Mederda asked. Ahoo! Ahoo! The enforcer answered her back. So the enforcers took off their masks to add war paint on their faces as we threw them up in the air. Go forth. Bring me Jinx. We know she's somewhere in the city. The soldier who brings her in will be allowed to join my guild of royal guards. Your city will be destroyed when you people. Your city was destroyed when your people were out getting drunk, late, and fat. I let it all slide for this particular day. They were given 3 days. You just heard Jinx. She's not even sorry. This game ends with her in the cage. Capture her dead or alive. If you can bring in these terrorists, I will personally kill each and every single one of you. Am I making myself clear? Yes, ma'am. The officer yes. You have your orders. March out. Imposters can be seen through the houses. Ransacking them. Most of them are empty, tossing the place left and right. But something feels off. There's no one. There is no one. But they left their stuff behind. They have reached a crucial point, Echo said. You guys watch. The enforcers, realizing that there's no one in their houses, gathered up in groups in the lanes, scared of the dark and the ever creeping fog. For most of them, it was the first time in the lanes. They had heard stories, but this was actually the first time facing Sunlight in battle. The street was foggy and the Sunlight who had come out onto the street all began to look like silhouettes. This was one of Powder's gas concoctions. It was some of It had some hallucinating properties, but how could they know? The trap had already been sprung. It was increasing their paranoia, making them nervous. Pride up, making their nervousness the pride of and well paranoid. The result, the result was they were all gathering up in groups, clinging to one another. Most of the houses are empty. An enforcer said, what is the meaning of this? And another enforcer said, pointing out his torch into the darkness of the lens. Are those people? Another one asked. In the shadow of the lens, Jinx, Vi, and Echo had managed to rally everyone for today's event. Now they are just waiting for Jinx's order. Fire! Jinx shouts out. The order came through. A hand under a hoodie of a firefly presses a button. Machine guns spread out all over the city of Zaun in strategic locations. The Firefly had been busy crafting and mounting these weapons in key locations on the request of Jinx these last days. Since joining Echo, they haven't lost any members. A group of 20 of them appeared above the night sky on their hoverboards, zipping around, looking like fireflies in the night, dropping grenades, adding to the steady stationary locations armed with Gatling guns was sufficient enough to operate like there were 50 or 500 of them. The fog thickens, but this time it was mixed with laughing and sleeping gas. You could hear enforcers laughing and dropping like flies. In other parts, it was machine gun firing going off, killing off enforcers, dropping them to reduce their numbers. Where's the shooting coming from? An enforcer asks. I can't see anything, it's fog. He gets shot seconds later. His mother cannot see anything but understands the troops are being slaughtered, demolished before her eyes. She had handpicked the best amongst them to call this rebellion fast, and it didn't even live up to the expectation. What a disgrace. None of them could take the initiative. She had grossly underestimated Jinx and her acolyte. Miss Mederda remembers Caitlin's warning. These kids were not ordinary. They have had to grow up through the hardships after hardship and on their own. They hated and distrusted adults. They have been relying on themselves for so long to fight with superb intelligence and efficiency, like we know Mederda's. She had overestimated the ability of the Piltover enforcers. We have to retreat, Miss Mederda said. I just lost to a bunch of kids. Already I heard of you on that one, Killan said. For the first time in a long time, I have lost, Miss Mederda said. Zaun had won against Piltover for the first time in a long time. They was what powder echoed after the battle that won them the war. Most of Zaun had come out to fight, but in the end, they had to tie up and bond up the remaining enforcers after they had been robbed, punched, and bullied. After they had punched, bullied them into satisfaction. And while they were still unconscious and laughing themselves silly, it felt good to finally get payback. Most of the 3,000 enforcers actually died. Oi, Miss Mederda going somewhere? Vi asked in her pink firefly hoodie. And you are? Miss Mederda asked. Take her back to the castle. I will handle this. Twisted Fate said. I haven't broken a sweat in a minute. Miss Mederda treated me and the small squad keep retreating. And you are? Twisted. Twisted Fate. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Zaun was my home once upon a time, but I'm now a loyal servant and a lover to Miss Mederda. Good. I guess you say that proudly. I am proud of my love. I was talking about the name. Either way, it doesn't matter. I can't let her take my sister. Too bad. It has really been decided. Are you gonna get in my way? I asked, getting ready to square up, jogging on the spot, hitting a gauntlet almost like in a clap. She takes off her hoodie and mask. She came prepared. This was one fight she didn't want to lose. It is you who is getting out of her way, threatening my queen and her cup. Well, maybe they should have been better rulers, don't you think? They are. That's why I'm helping them. A deck of cat floats in the air in a circular motion around her twisted face. Vi is taken aback. He shoots them at two random Zonites who were approaching them in the head. The cat went through her forehead like a blade. They fell backwards. They were dead on the spot. That was unnecessary. What are those? I asked. Actual playing cards? Interesting. A couple more cards came her way. She was a boxer. She could see them coming. She better not be hit by any of those cards. Twisted Face shoots at her relentlessly. She punches all the cards, and those that she could not punch, she dodged excellently. All that training was finally paying off. Even when he recalled the cards back into his hands, Claire still managed to dodge. She was fighting for powder now. It was different. Her reflexes were quicker. She was surer of herself. What now? I asked. All I have to do is hit you once. He recalled all the cards. All I have to do is hit you once, I said, lifting up her gauntlet. He recalled all the cards. Those that had fallen to the ground, the cards are chasing fire with some type of arcane magic. Not if I get to you first, I said as she closes the distance between him. Jinx and Echo like talking too much. It was about time she would punch something. She needs to get loose. It's like his deck of cards never ends. She has destroyed over two sets of cards already since the start of the fight. She starts making her way to Twisted Fate. He's quite a happy fighter. He's dodging all of her attacks, riding like his feet are not touching the ground. She only has to connect once with a godlike and he's gone. Just how many cards do you have? Fancy this again? Why are you getting pissed off? First off, you are not my type. Ouch. Random, but that hurts. I said, finally closing the gap between her and Twisted Fate. He was a great fighter, and in close combat. He was a great fighter and in close combat, but how long could he last in a close combat fight without getting hit once? Why kept pressing her? She too was a great boxer, and she kept throwing haymakers and uppercuts at Twisted Fate, who kept dodging until he slipped, and one single punch connected. It was an uppercut. It was the last thing that he expected. He sent him flying across the room. He floored as he landed. He felt like he had dodged a 36 combo hit until that final uppercut. Not bad, not bad at all. Another one of those, and I'll be out of commission. Another legend once used these gauntlets back in the day. He was from the lens, if I remember correctly. What was his name again? Hmm. He flew at by, and by hit him with a quick shot to the gut. She had barely moved an inch where she stood, but she had backfired punch. Twisted Fate was curled around her gauntlet in pain. He had entered by his range unknowingly, and now was spitting out blood mixed with spit. He was out cold. Vanda. Vanda was his name. Now let's see who's next. Why after she started heading towards Miss Mederda's direction. I love these things. Before I get to fight Miss Mederda, she laughs to herself as she heads towards her direction. She had a look in her face, almost like powder as she smirked. The enforcers are all out. That only took us 23 minutes, Echo said. I love it when a good plan comes together. Chapter 4, The Fall of Piltover. Just kidding. We'll do that next week. We'll do that another time. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today. Continue another time, man.